Hi there. I wanted to drop in and let you know that my power sheets that I've been waiting for finally arrived today. What's really exciting about it is that they are the 2021 power sheets. They are brand new. They're not even out to the public yet, but as an affiliate, I have the opportunity to order early and get them early. Partly so that we can talk about what PowerSheets is and why they've been so important in goal setting and for me. So one of the things that I think is really interesting to share about PowerSheets is I've been using them for about 4 years, and the PowerSheets are it's not a daily planner. You use the power sheets to set intentional goals. And what they mean by intentional is that you're using them to set goals for all areas of your life. In fact, you even go through an activity, or I should say you go through, I guess you can say it's an activity. You go through an activity to help you decide what you value most in your life. Okay, they call it a cultivated life evaluation. There are 7 or actually 8 areas. Okay, and you go through this activity. This is a slightly different look than what they had in 2020. The boxes are a little bit bigger and the colors are different. So if you are a PowerSheets user and you don't know this already, they released their very own color-coded markers. So it's supposed to help you be able to color code for your tending list is what it's called. So when you get to, when you start working on setting your goals, you want to color code to kind of keep things organized. And this is one of the ways to do it. Okay. So whether or not you've been a user of PowerSheets for years, or this is your first time, what's really exciting about it is that, you know, the power sheets are really, really powerful for intentional living, for really focusing your time on what matters to you most. You're able to set your own goals based on your own priorities and intentions, and make sure that what you're spending your time on will get you closer to where you want to be. So they have, there are a lot of goal planners out there, but what I really like about the power sheets, and I'll just kind of take you through some of the pages. So what I like about power sheets is that it's very pretty, and that's nice, right? But really what I like about it is that it's very thought-provoking. Okay, they walk you through a set of what they call prep sheets to help you decide what you really want to focus on. So this page says 2020 goal ideas, where you're literally just brainstorming. You're supposed to kind of make a mess. Let me show you what that page looked like last year in my power sheets. Here's what my page looked like last year. So that was my 2020 goal ideas, right? Little did we know, my goodness, right, what we were up against. But that's to give you an idea of what it looks like. Okay, and you should definitely resonate with this as a business owner. Comparison isn't just the thief of joy, it is the thief of everything. So in the very early pages of the power sheets, they walk you through very simple exercises to get you used to just writing in your power sheets about you, how you see yourself, what makes you come alive. Okay, what do you love? And then I already showed you this. The life evaluation. And then they walk you through good things that happened in 2020, challenges, lessons that you learned. This is all, all purposeful in that they're helping you to really think about if something worked really well for last year, okay, that's something that you should consider continuing for next year. And the things that didn't work well, you should either not continue to do them or tweak the approach, okay? This one I really like. This is called the identity box. So this is a really powerful exercise. It walks you through all of the things that you say to yourself cognitively. Maybe someone has said to you once in your entire life that you're lazy or selfish or something like that, and you hold on to that forever. And it affects the way that you see yourself. It affects the way that you show up. And so breaking this identity box can be really, really powerful. The first time I did it, I totally cried. Probably the first 2 times I did it, I cried. Okay, this next section is new. Feel like life is flying by. Check all that applies to you. And then the adjoining page is the big picture. What will have mattered when you're 80 and what will not have mattered. This is basically the foundation for everything that PowerSheets does. They always ask you to come back to this page. What you said mattered to you when you were going to be 80. It's always been something that you go back to. And then, I like this, where they start talking about legacy. This is new where they start talking about legacy, but this my cultivated year isn't new, but the sentence about your legacy starts now is new. And then you have some, a yes-no list, what you're saying yes to, what you're saying no to. So in my example would be yes to cultivating healthy habits, eating cleaner, no to candy, no to soda, no to junk food. Imagine your best year yet. This is all in the prep sheets. So we haven't even gotten to the part that they help you start goal setting. This is the page where they talk to you about goal setting, where you break it down. You make a yearly goal, then you make a mini goal, and then you break that mini goal down into actionable steps. And if you were part of our visibility challenge, last month or this month, or actually last month or August, then you will definitely know what we're talking about there. Breaking goals down into actionable steps. It's not something new. We've been talking about this. And then they have a section for vision board, which I can go ahead and show you my vision board from 2020. I, of course, used Canva, and I created a really nice board that fits right on that page. And I actually have a template that I've been sharing with my community. So here was my vision board for last year. And my word of the year was legacy. So there you go. That was vision board. And so you basically go through and you go through all the prep sheets and you set a word of the year. My word of the year for 2020 was legacy. And then what you start doing is you start creating action plans for your goals. So what is different about this year's PowerSheets is they take the action plan, but what they haven't done is it's a little bit far removed, but they used to have this page where you put your goals. So this, my yearly goal page, this used to be immediately before the action plan, but they've moved it up to a couple of pages, which I think will cause a lot of flipping. But their system is where you work through the prep sheets to discover what's most important to you. And then you set mini goals. And then you start writing in like what your starting point is. See here? Okay. So this would be your starting point. And then your finish. So you're making little small actionable goals. And then you're creating action steps. So if your goal, let's say your big picture goal is to, let's say lose 20 pounds, then some of the things that you would write on this page would include, weighing yourself every week, signing up for a program, tracking your intake or your meals, more water, etc. And then these action steps are when you would lay them out in a calendar to make sure that you're like staying on track. And they do give you this yearly overview to help you with that. So you take your starting steps and you lay them out by the quarter. And then every month, okay, so here's January, and there's a tab for every single month of the year, and a goal refresh for every quarter. So you start out talking about what your important things to do, what you're excited to do for your month, and there's a monthly calendar. This is for every single month. Let me stand up so you can see better. And then it walks you through how to make a tending list. Focus on what you can do. Make your tending list item specific. And then let me show you what the tending list looks like. Okay, so this is what you actually fill out. You take your big picture goals that you had listed. You break them down into monthly or weekly or daily. And let me give you an example of what this looks like, okay? So this is a blank tending list. Let me show you what a tending list looks like that's actually in progress. So I will show you my October tending list. This one's fairly simple. It's color-coded according to my task. Okay? So I had just like I said, cultivating healthy habits, right? So here's my tending list. I use an X if I did not do it and a check if I did do it. And then I have different tasks for daily items, different tasks for weekly, and then things that you do monthly, you can use the tracker to fill in your progress. Okay? So the reason why the items are in gold are because those items that are gold are related to this goal, which is create impact, which is related to my community, right? Or our community. So does that make sense? So every month of the year, you have a tab with a tending list. And then when you get to certain times of the year, like April, they say that your goal refresh is here. And this is where they made major changes this year. Okay? So they're having you do a prep work refresh. So after 3 months or an entire quarter, maybe what you wrote in your prep sheets that you made that you worked in December or January is completely different. This is your chance to refresh them. And then you have the life evaluation check-in. The previous check-in looked like a bunch of squares. So it says keep moving forward. And then your refreshed goals. So you would use your color-coded markers according to the life evaluation. Here's the life evaluation, right? So here are the colors. Does that make sense? and then you'll use the colors to fill out that sheet. And you're refreshing your goals, okay? And then you're going to state your new annual goals and your new mini goals. This is all new, where they've added all of these pages to the goal refresh, okay? And also, I just want to mention that the coil is a little bit better to use this time. I thought it was really wonky, but it's gotten better. So the PowerSheets is something I've used for about 4 years. I'm an official affiliate for them. And so I know how to walk a group through it. I've taught others before. I've hosted workshops. And one of the things that I'm doing this year to get ready for PowerSheets is I'm hosting a 3-day challenge to help you decide if the PowerSheets are right for you. And one of the things I'll be doing is giving away a set of PowerSheets. This is the set I'm giving away. I'm going to try to keep it in plastic so it won't be touched. And then just use my copy, the sea glass copy, as the example to share. And some of the things that I'll be giving away as gifts in the challenge is some of their other products, like the Little by Little journal, and some of these other things like this tending tape and the 12-month wall calendar. So you'll have an opportunity just for participating in the challenge. You'll be able to win your own set of PowerSheets and some of these extra goodies that I have. I'm sorry, you definitely cannot have my color coding marker set. I've been waiting a long time for these. But anyway, if you want to register for the challenge, you can. You go to dcfempreneur.com/events, and you are eligible to win your own set of PowerSheets. Okay, let me know if you have questions. I'm happy to answer them. And make sure that before the PowerSheets go live to the public for you to purchase on October the 14th, you have all the information that you need to decide if PowerSheets for 2021 are right for you. Okay? All right, take care.